leave for Olympics in a couple days. So also wanted to just warn you guys, next week, episodes might be light because I am going to Milan to cover the Olympics. I will be vlogging there, so I'll have a vlog for you guys, but I'm going to just make sure that I make the most out of that experience. I have never covered the Olympics before. I'm very excited about it. I'll be doing a lot of things while I'm there. So if there's any breaking news, I will make sure to update you guys from Italy, but otherwise, I'll probably just see you when I'm back. However, while I was in Los Angeles, there was some WNBA breaking news, so I just wanted to go over that quickly with you guys, and I apologize that I'm a few days late. Firstly, I want to talk about this team.
People kept saying she should have been called up a long time ago. The snub felt obvious and fans were not quiet about it. Now Caitlin Clark is officially on Team USA and social media is exploding. This isn't just another name on a list. It feels bigger than that. It's the moment supporters have been waiting for. Finally seeing the young star get that recognition. The argument about whether she belongs is basically over. She's in and the reaction is instant. You can already feel how this could boost viewership and push the game to an even wider global audience. The stage is set for a debut that people are going to talk about everywhere.
And I apologize that I'm a few days late. Firstly, I want to talk about this Team USA roster for the 2026 USA Women's World Cup qualifying team. Just so you guys know, I just want to make this clear. This is not an Olympic roster team. This is for World Cup. And this is also for the qualifiers for World Cup. So this is actually happening in March, like the qualifying games are in March, and we did get the schedule for that. So yeah, March 11th, March 12th, 14th, 15th, and 17th, and they will play, is that Senegal? Is that right? I don't know what that flag is. I think it's possibly Senegal.
Let's clear something up. This isn't the Olympic roster people were expecting. Clark's selection is for the 2026 USA Women's World Cup qualifying team. It's an important step toward the bigger international picture. That difference matters. Even so, the excitement hasn't cooled off at all. Her pull goes beyond any single tournament. These March qualifiers give her an early chance to show what she can do on the international stage. Answer critics and start building her Team USA resume. Even though it's a qualifier, the pressure and attention are very real.
Puerto Rico, Italy, New Zealand, and Spain. This is also so ironic, you guys, because remember when I did that Caitlin Clark debate where it was like one Caitlin Clark fan versus 10 haters? That's going to be released around the time that they're doing these World Cup games. So that should just be so interesting. I just can't believe it was supposed to be released in January and it got pushed to March. So stay tuned for that, you guys. It's going to be smack dab in the middle when all of these players are playing, and I'm sure that it will definitely stir the pot. I'm kind of mad that it's not being released earlier than that, but anyway, this is the roster for those games. We have Aliyah Boston.
The qualifying games are scheduled close together in March on the 11th, 12th, 14th, 15th, and 17th. It's a tight turnaround. Team USA will face several international teams including Senegal, Puerto Rico, Italy, New Zealand, and Spain. Each matchup brings a different style and challenge. It's a real opportunity for Clark to find her rhythm with top-level teammates. There won't be much time to ease into it. From the opening tip, the intensity will be high and the world will be watching.
Sonia Citron, Caitlin Clark, Kahleah Copper, Chelsea Gray, Dearica Hamby, Ryan Howard, Kiki Riafend, Kelsey Plum, Angel Reese, and Jackie Young. And a lot of people were also asking, like, why isn't Nafisa on this roster? Why isn't Asia Wilson on this roster? Why isn't Sabrina, like some of the people who actually played in the Paris Olympics on that team? And it's because it's World Cup. Not every player, not all of the top tier players play in every like world event. I can imagine that Asia will just not participate in World Cup. She doesn't have to. She probably will only participate when another Summer Olympics rolls around.
There's also another interesting twist that's likely to spark conversation online. A previously recorded debate video featuring Caitlin Clark, where one supporter takes on 10 critics, is set to drop right around the same time as these qualifying games. The timing feels almost too perfect. Some people will see it as a PR headache waiting to happen, others as smart marketing. Either way, it's bound to stir debate and keep the spotlight locked on her. Every play and every moment is going to be analyzed even more closely.
The graphic that Team USA decided to use, because they have Ryan Howard, Chelsea Gray, and Aliyah Boston on this, but obviously they didn't. I mean, the three biggest stars on this roster are Caitlin, Paige, and Angel. They didn't use any of them, which is fine. It is what it is. But obviously, I think people were saying like, oh, this graphic would have been shared a lot more if you put Caitlin Clark on there, or you put Angel Reese on there, or if you put Paige on there. Now, I also wanted to share with you guys the coaches for this Team USA team. So head coach is Kahleah Lawson. She is the head coach at Duke, and we actually had her on the show. I loved her interview. I love Kahleah Lawson. I've been watching her. Well, I was a fan of her when
The roster itself is an intriguing mix of established stars and rising talent, which says a lot about where the program is headed. Along with Clark, you've got names like Aliyah Boston, Paige Bueckers, Angel Reese, Kahleah Copper, Chelsea Gray, and Jackie Young. That's serious depth. It promises competitive games and flexible lineups, but it also means fierce competition for minutes, especially in the guard spots. The selections alone sparked instant reactions and plenty of
Somebody's going to be mad whether Chelsea Gray is starting or whether Caitlin Clark is starting. Somebody somewhere is going to be mad. That's just how the discourse is around this league. But I think it's a good roster. I think it's a good team. I think that they will be just fine in these World Cup qualifiers and also in World Cup. But it is really exciting to see players like Caitlin finally getting that Team USA nod, because she should have been on the 2024 Olympic team. And lastly, you guys, really quick, we can talk about this CBA stuff. We don't really have any real updates. I'm just going to start there. Nothing is confirmed. We don't truly know anything new.
Thing that immediately stood out was the official roster graphic. Many fans felt Team USA missed a chance to maximize attention. Even with huge names like Clark, Bueckers, and Reese on the team, none of them were highlighted in a major way. That decision confused a lot of people who expected the organization to spotlight its most recognizable stars. In the end, the graphic barely mattered because the announcement itself took over the conversation.
Stuff. We don't really have any real updates. I'm just going to start there. Nothing is confirmed. We don't truly know anything new. All we have is some quotes from some players. The last time I updated you guys, I told you that the WNBA did return to the players and counter their proposal, and we really haven't heard anything substantial. Like, we don't know if the players came back, if they're doing a counter proposal. Like, we just don't know. And at this point, I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I just want to see what happens. But there was an article that came out where a reporter interviewed some of the players that play for Athletes Unlimited, and they asked them about the WNBA CBA, because like we've talked about a million times, they're definitely varying.
Roster is noticeably guard heavy. That suggests a fast, high-scoring style of play. There are only a few traditional post players like Aliyah Boston, Duana Bonner, Kamilla Cardoso, and Angel Reese. The overall build leans towards speed and perimeter strength. It reflects the modern direction of the game, focusing on versatility and offense. This is a group designed to push the pace, space the floor, and apply constant pressure, which fits Clark's style very well.
Asking for a lot. I know we deserve it, but at the same time, it's kind of like we're kind of getting greedy. We're doing a lot of asking. I feel like we need to do a lot of doing. So that was kind of one of the answers that stood out, because we haven't heard a player yet come out publicly and say like, we're being greedy, we need to sign this deal. Another player said, I'm going to lean more towards the positive side, so I'm going to say an 8, because I know the amazing people that we have to support us, the women in the negotiating chairs. Somebody said full W season ? I feel pretty confident. Full ? I feel like a 9. And so the question was, sorry, I didn't even tell you the question. It said
some fans also pointed out the absence of big names like Napheesa Collier, A'ja Wilson, and Sabrina Ionescu from this qualifying roster. There's a reasonable explanation. Veteran stars often skip non-Olympic events to manage their workload and focus on the biggest stages. For example, A'ja Wilson is likely prioritizing the next Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. It shows how players weigh different international competitions. Leading this young and talented squad is head coach Kahleah Lawson from Duke. She brings experience both as a former standout player at Tennessee and as a respected coach. That background makes her well-suited to manage a group filled with high-profile talent. She'll play a key role in turning this roster into a cohesive unit. She's backed by a strong staff that includes WNBA names like Natalie Nakasi, Nate Tibbetts, and Stephanie White as assistants, with Jose Fernandez and Tia Jackson serving as scout coaches. It's a deep bench of basketball minds, signaling that Team USA is taking these qualifiers seriously. Of course, the big debate centers on the starting lineup. Many fans are calling for a bold, youth-focused group. A popular idea is Clark at point guard, Bueckers at the 2, Boston at center, and Reese at the 4. That combination would bring scoring, playmaking, and rebounding all at once. But that conversation quickly turns heated. If a veteran like Chelsea Gray were to come off the bench in favor of a rising star like Clark, social media would light up. The WNBA fan base is passionate, and lineup decisions never please everyone, despite all the debates. The dominant feeling is excitement and validation for Clark. A lot of people believe she should have been on the 2024 Olympic roster, so this selection feels like overdue recognition. It's about more than talent. It's about her place among the game's elite. At the same time, there's uncertainty hanging over the WNBA season. Because of ongoing collective bargaining agreement negotiations, updates have been limited and nothing has been finalized. That uncertainty raises concerns about possible delays or even a shortened season. It adds tension to what should be a celebratory moment. Anonymous player comments have revealed how divided things are. One player admitted not knowing if the full season would happen. Another suggested that players might be pushing hard in negotiations. Those remarks highlight the range of opinions inside the league. A player poll about confidence in having a complete season showed an average score just above 6 out of 10, with many selecting 5. That level of uncertainty is significant. It shows that even the athletes aren't fully confident about how things will unfold. Breanna Stewart shared a balanced perspective. She said she feels encouraged that ownership seems more receptive, but she also stressed the need for players to approach negotiations with a business mindset. With revenue sharing in place, missed games mean less income. That reality adds urgency to reaching an agreement. All of this creates a dramatic contrast. On one hand, Clark's Team USA debut brings huge attention and excitement. On the other, the business side of the league is unsettled. Players now share directly in league revenue, so any disruption affects them financially as well. Right now, the CBA situation remains unresolved. The league stands at an important crossroads. It can build on the surge of attention surrounding Clark or risk losing momentum. Because of internal conflict, the outcome of these talks will shape the environment she and every other player move forward in. Clark's Team USA debut represents more than just one athlete stepping onto the international stage. It symbolizes a new generation, ongoing conversations about player compensation, and an unprecedented spotlight on women's basketball. Her presence guarantees attention. Whether the league can channel that energy and deliver a full, compelling season will determine how lasting this moment really is.